It was an easy win for the Lucknow Super Giants. Lots of cool moments. The MSD cameo, that cracking catch from Ravindra Jadeja that got Harsha Bhogli to Google what tracer bullet means. And so I'm going to ask my experts their pick for the carrier room air conditioner's coolest moment of the match. Right. There was also a cracking square drive from KL Rahul.
Yeah, the 14.3.
Yeah.
In
I
the
saw you
over
go,
mark.
wow.
Yeah, the ball before, who was bowling? Was it Patarana? No.
It was
Might
Fizz.
have been the Fizz.
Fizz, I think.
And he was going wide, so KL tried to get right over and sort of ramp him.
Yeah.
It didn't quite go. He got a 2, but it didn't quite go to effect. So he shimmied to go again, and the Fizz went wide, and he just opened up and just laced one backward like a tracer bullet.
Like a tracer bullet.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool moment. I thought that was cool batting from a cool guy. But did you go with the catch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a weakness for that fielding position.
Yeah.
I love that fielding position. And I love Jadeja in the field.
That guy's not aging.
No.
And he got it one-handed. He got it one-handed. It was brilliant. It was travelling too. Sometimes you take these catches and the ball's been in the air for a while. So it actually gives you a little bit of time if it's in the air for a while. So the ones that loop up and then you dive forward to take are relatively simpler because it's been in the air for a while. Some people will tell you that these are easier to get because they don't give you time. You just put your hand out and it might stick. It seems to stick for Jadeja better than for anybody else.
Chennai fans watching this show right now perhaps would have used the word sacrilege. How can you not pick the Dhoni cameo?
As the coolest moment?
Yeah.
I'd love Dhoni to provide a coolest interval rather than a coolest moment.
A little more of Dhoni for him to qualify to be.
A little more of Dhoni. What is the song? A little more something. You know the song?
A little bit of yeah. A little bit more of MSD in our lives will do the trick. But cameo was fun. The crowd got to see Lucknow win and they got to see an MSD cameo.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's he swung and missed it. That one, didn't he? The zero. Sorry, the one that's a zero. There was a couple that he missed that they were given as wides, so you can rule those out. But that strike rate's rolling nicely. I reckon you'd take that for another 10 balls. You've really made an impact on the game.
What's the strike rate for the tournament?
It has to be 300 plus, 250 plus for sure.
Yeah.
He should be playing more balls, man. I also just see purely from a commercial sense, Dhoni comes in and bats 25 balls. Suddenly people have stopped what they're doing and your viewership's going up for 25 balls, if not for anything else. But I'll tell you what, I think when he's in the off-season, he's not keeping wickets. He's working on his fitness because he's very proud. He doesn't want to turn up and be a passenger. So he's working on his fitness. But this is the bulkiest I've ever seen Dhoni. I mean, Dhoni was never sort of a model for fitness gear, right? Yeah. When we were kids, we used to have something called a bull worker. You know, where there's a guy on the left who was a thin, skinny fellow that I always identified with. And there's the guy on the right who does the bull worker for 3 weeks. There he is, like that. Dhoni's the guy on the right now. And he's bulked himself because he realizes that this is the role he's going to play. And to play this role, he needs that extra power. So he's preparing to play this 10-ball role, and that's why he's come looking as strong as that.
But as history suggests, all of us can go on and on talking about what MSD should do, but MSD will do what
MSD wants to do.
MSD wants to do.
And what MSD wants to do, sometimes I don't even know if one part of his brain knows what the other part of the brain is thinking.
He's a bit of a safe deposit ball. Very good at keeping secrets. Now, a lot of you sent in your entries as well. Let's pick 3 of those. Which is the first one for the carrier room air conditioner's coolest moment of the match? The first one from Jai Gawas, MS scooping it easily. Oh, that scoop shot was something.
Yeah, it was. Because we haven't seen him play that before.
That shot, Mohsin Khan. He's just having fun now, and what a delight it has been. There's one more, in fact, 2 more. Let's take a look at both of them. We saw the scoop shot being one. Just when people were writing off KL Rahul, he shows class is permanent. It's a cliche, but it's a word that you can use today.
It is, and cliches are cliches because they're true.
Yep. Rahul Sonavne with that choice. What's the third one? The final one. Let's bring it up. This one's from Clint Francis. It has to be the 101m6 by MSD and still instilling the fear into the bowlers at the death overs mark. With that muscle emoji, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That 6 off Yash Thakur, wasn't it? Big one.
Yeah. No, he's always been always had a strong foundation to work from and hit cleanly. and timed it beautifully. But yeah, it's just brute force now, isn't it?
I'd love to ask the Chennai Super Kings camp, when Dhoni goes into the nets, does he block a ball? I think he's just practicing range hitting. I think that's all he does.
Oh, it's an interesting point. I asked Tim David that during the summer in Australia. I said, are your net sessions literally just launching and range hitting, as they say? He actually said no. He said he needs to have a more traditional net session first, where he's playing cover drive and let the ball go and trying to be sharp in his feet and footwork, and because he feels if he's laid that foundation in training, it then allows him to hit the big powerful strokes holding his shape and making sure that he's still hitting it cleanly and getting into good positions. Keep talking about this word shape, that if he's just in his mind slogging from ball one, he'll get his leg too wide and he'll open up too much. So he's still, I guess, extending the base fundamentals of the game. That's certainly, it was an interesting sort of answer, because I thought it would be the what we were presuming it was, just all out and out going for it.
That was that on the Carrier Room Air Conditioner's coolest moment of the match.